Local Producers program is next here on Oshkosh Community Access Television.
Hello, Packer fans. Welcome to Packer Talk with Green show this weekend after a loss down in Kansas City. My special guest, Doug Paulo, Mr. Obrey, Vaughn Obrey, and we're going to... Oh, first of all, on a lighter note, it's my birthday today. Oh, hey, 11/12/50. The world is a better place since the Green Man has been born about 46 years ago today.
Where's the beer?
But anyway, underneath the cabbage or something green, I'm sure. But anyway, gentlemen, we'll look at the top board of a bad game overall Sunday down in Kansas City Arrowhead Stadium. Time of possession is pretty close, a couple minutes apart. First downs, we had about 5 on them. They got a few more yards of total offense. Chewy, he's out, what? You said you had some news, he might be back soon. Maybe 4 to 6 weeks, but they're going to really find out more tomorrow. Our defense, I don't know where it was. They had a couple big runs, and we couldn't stop the run, and they couldn't get to the quarterback. Our offensive line needs some help. They've been with the John Michaels over there starting, Kenny Rutgers, and all mixed with their, just had trouble. Offensive line picked up the different defensive stunts and formations that the defense threw at us, and we had trouble there. Brett is on the run all day. It seems like our offensive line, like I said, that attributes our offensive line with Brett Favre being on the run. And I know he's a great quarterback on the run, guys, but he was doing some extra running. He really, we got to try to figure that out. Derek Mays made a great catch in the end zone for a touchdown. We're 8-2. Hey, I feel great about them. I love the Packers. They're 8-2. We're going to talk about the Dallas win this in a while, but we're going to the other side of the ball. They have a relentless defense. They had Neil Smith and who's the other guy? Derek Thomas, the guys on the outside. They ran the ball very well against us. They blocked the offensive line scheme. They Marty Schottenheimer, offensive line coach down to put together, really did well against their defense. In fact, Marty outcoached Mike. I believe Coach Schottenheimer outcoached Mike Holmgren, and they're 7-3 in the hunt over there with the Denver Broncos, and we're 8-2, 3 games ahead of everybody in our division. We're going to win the division, of course, but I want to get home field advantage. That's what Coach Holmgren has said all along, guys. Home field advantage, home field advantage. Now we have to start making a statement. We got a very tough game down in Dallas, but let's talk about the Kansas City game. Where did we go wrong, or what happened down there?
Well, I don't know. They talked about having that up front in the middle of the defense, and it was really some things that were middle of the defense. There wasn't a lot of the offensive line couldn't keep the defense back far enough, so they were having a good push up front. And you got Derek Thomas and Leon Smith, or one of the Smith, Neil Smith. He was. They were pushing on the outside. Sally Moore, man, those guys did the job, and I think that's a big.
If you look at the Kansas City defense, it's a lot like the Minnesota game. They sent guys. They knew we didn't have a strong running game, and maybe Marty looked at those tapes from Minnesota. Now you can bet Dallas will do the same thing next week.
But you touched on one thing too. I mean, out-coaching Mike and out-coaching, the KC coach. The defensive coach really did a good job against the offense of the Packers because, I mean, they were blitzing, they were doing stunts, they were doing gimmicks, like you said too. I mean, they had Favre on the run the whole time. I mean, that's the big key there. So we're talking about getting guys to step up. What do? I mean, you got to have the offensive line step up, maybe even before the receivers step up.
Right,
we'll
exactly. Right. Offensive line. I talk all along about the offensive line being the most important unit of our team. The cohesiveness, togetherness, picking up, helping this guy out, helping that guy out, picking up the blitz and stunts, and picking up this guy and helping this guy out. Keep me the back end, picking up a corner blitz or safety blitz or whatnot. But we have to step up our offensive line play.
Sure do.
I mean, whether it's well, we lost one tight end. I don't know if Jeff Thomas is going to come in here and probably use a 2 tight. We lost Chewy for a while, and Keith Jackson, gentlemen, has to step up. His all-pro status has to come to the forefront, gentlemen. Keith Jackson, number 88, you have to step to the forefront. And he's supposed to have speed to get through these guys. Doesn't he have speed to get through these guys?
Well, down the middle, he seemed to have gotten open a few times
the
this
linebackers
year.
and the B-backs?
Right.
B-backs?
I think they got to do it. They got to send. They got to send their tight end just down the middle and get them behind the linebackers, in front of the safeties, and that's where it's going to be.
There shouldn't be much letdown with Thomason. I mean, you cut him 8 yards down the field. You send Keith Jackson 20, 25 yards down, just like they have been doing. I mean, it opens the middle.
One thing I think our receivers got to do to help out our offensive line and our tight ends. It seemed like Kansas City was really blanketing our receivers. They couldn't get open. See a lot
Why
of
couldn't he get open? Why couldn't he get open?
Just look
I
like they
thought
weren't
BB's
trying
got
to.
speed and stuff.
Not so much BB, but a lot of times I was watching Mickens, replays of Mickens and Morgan. Down and out, still covered. Didn't look like they were cutting sharp.
But it didn't look like the number of plays. I mean, they were doing, everything was deep and out. Everything was deep and out. There wasn't a mix of 5-yard passes. There wasn't a mix of 25-yard passes.
One thing I thought that Holmgren abandoned, if you look in the first half, they spread the wide receivers out. They ran Levens. I don't know if it was on a draw, but he got like 12 yards.
That was good.
Now, they didn't go to that again.
Right.
And he broke through the line. They had some nice blocking in the offensive line there, and I didn't see him go back to that, which I would have liked to have seen that.
One thing about the Green Bay Packer running game, I might be wrong, and maybe it's my own opinion, my armchair opinion about, but I don't believe that Edgar Bennett belongs running outside. Does he? I don't think Edgar Bennett has the speed to go outside. He might be able to, he goes, you know, in between the tackles and with the screen passes, and a little flat passes out there. But no,
a lot of times he gets ankle
pitch the ball
tackled.
to him and go on and try to swing on the outside. He'll never make it.
Seems like he gets tackled a lot just easily. Doesn't break a lot. Although he does get, he'll get you your 1 yard. But on the one play, the fourth down play, where Henderson didn't block, that was pretty bad.
That's a prime example, and I hope some Green Bay coaches are watching the show from Doug and Vaughn and Green, is that those fullbacks should not be running off tackle. They should be running up the gut, and that's where they had their big hitters. They had their 12 and 15-yard gains.
Right. That's right.
Up the middle, not off tackle.
That's right. In between the tackles.
That's right.
Straight up the middle.
That's right.
And, what can we do? How do we correct Brett Favre? Brett Favre is great as far as running out of the pocket and finding people move around a little bit and getting his second and third reads as receivers, tight ends, and so be it running backs or wideouts or whatever it is. How do we help Brett Favre be more stabilized back there before he starts running for his life, so to speak? What do we got to do to this offensive line? What do we have to do to this offensive line?
Two things they got to learn to do: recognize a blitz and pick it up, which they did pick up some of the blitzes, but when they seemed like they blitzed, the Packer receivers were covered. Now, that's that many less guys covering your receivers and tight ends. Somebody should be open. There just isn't the time there. It reminds me so much of the Minnesota game, where he's running around and seems out of sync.
Right, that's right.
And when the first time that they started doing it was when in the second half they finally made the adjustment to say, hey, let's keep running back in or a tight end in to pick up those blitzes.
Why don't they do that anyway? That's what they're going to
need.
need. That's what the game plan calls for, gentlemen. Keep a running back in there. If you give Brett Favre, pretty much any quarterback in the NFL, time to throw, he will find his second and third and fourth reads, and the ball will be completed. But give the guy a little time.
Yeah, especially Mr. 40 touchdown a year game. I mean, this guy, he can pick him out. He's got the gun. He can rifle it. Let him use it. Keep a guy in there or two, and then pick out 2 receivers. All he needs is 2 receivers.
Give him some time. You'll find out.
Yep.
You'll find the people out there. You'll get the ball to them. But don't be chasing them backwards all the time.
Exactly.
I don't know. There was a couple drops Sunday which didn't help, but those receivers, I think they're just getting used to their new positions because you got 1 and 2 out. And how I think that offense is set up, they have like the A, B, and C receivers, and they each got to run their own routes, and they're just getting accustomed to
that brings up a good point, Doug, about Brett Favre getting in sync. First he had Robert and then Antonio. Them guys were really working well. And now them guys go down. Now it's Mickens and Beebe and Mays and Mickens. Now these 4 guys in the tight end. So, I mean, it takes a while for a receiver and quarterbacks to see pretty much to be in sync. I don't know.
Mays looks like he's coming around with that catch.
Derek Mays, I like Derek Mays.
That is a
He's
sweet
a guy that
catch.
goes after the ball, all of Notre Dame and stuff. He's a guy, aggressive ball player. He goes out the ball. He doesn't wait for the ball to come to him. But they have to find a way to protect Brett Favre more than that after a snap.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He can't be in his butt all the time.
Right. And as potent as this offense really is, I think if they keep 1 or 2 guys in, it's not going to bring you down that much. Adjust your plays that much. So.
I can't harp on that. Say that enough about keeping somebody in, keep a tight end on the backside or a back end to help pick up them stunts that the defensive people are throwing at them.
But it shouldn't take a
You know,
whole quarter, a whole
basi-
half to figure that out.
Basically, keep him on his backside because he can see the guys coming in from
Right.
from his from his view. But the backside, keep somebody on that side over there, Mike, please.
At least help them out with
little bit
Rutgers.
of
And
time.
Rutgers is
Well-
still not coming along, but hey, you know, at least they got a little extra help there.
We talked a lot about the offense and the defense, just to touch on them a little bit.
I was going to go
When,
ahead and get up. Yes.
Bring
go
up the
ahead.
defense.
I did read that Sean Jones didn't play in the second and third quarter. I don't know what happened to him, but Darius Holland and the other big guy, Gilbert Brown, they talked about how they gave up those long runs to Hill. In fact, one of them didn't even have a tackle. And putting no pressure on Bono. How should Steve Bono be able to throw 4 passes
Played a
over
world of a
20 or
game, didn't
30
he?
yards and
Yeah.
just complete them
In fact,
all?
one of the papers in the Valley was talking about our defensive line play with Gilbert Brown and Darius Holland, the guy from Colorado, and they were pretty much not negative. There were somewhat negative vibes print on them two guys. But how come Reggie White didn't get no? Reggie White didn't have 5 sacks. Reggie White didn't bat down 3 or 4 balls. Reggie White didn't hurry Sonny Bono. I got you, no babe. I mean, so he really didn't step to the forefront either.
You're right.
He didn't really step to the
Yeah.
forefront either, did he?
That's true.
I mean, there has to be a teamwork.
It really,
And speaking of that, how many turnovers did we receive this week?
0.
0 again.
many
That means the
big
up front
donut
7 got to
hole.
do their job.
big donut hole. I
Big
mean,
donut again, 2 weeks in a row. Donut.
yep. It really shows you how much of an attitude or how much of the heart that's in the defense of when it's going good and when it's going bad. And when it's going bad, it's non-existent.
I tell you, you can't just blame it on the line. I mean, look at
No.
Greg Hill goes through 5-yard line. Williams, what does he do? He just hits him. He doesn't grab him.
That was
You
pathetic.
don't shoulder tackle
Here.
anybody, Mr. Tyrone.
Open up
Williams
this
on
book.
the
It says, grab, grab, grab. Everybody's grabbing. I mean, what do you think?
Exactly
Come on,
right.
this guy's
no shoulder bumping, none of this stuff. Rock,
This is
wrestling like-
smash mouth football. You know,
right.
we've seen that the last 2 games.
Smash mouth football. You got,
Exactly, Doug.
you got one guy on top, you got one guy on the bottom. They're all twisting and turning.
And then, we haven't touched on the cornerbacks. Sort of a lousy job some of the game.
No, Doug Evans.
But yeah, he did.
that was a ticky-tacky call on Doug Evans.
right.
Being Packer fans, we're supposed to not see anything that's against the Packers, but that play Doug Evans did, there was no bad call. I mean, should have had no call on that, and then he hits the referee and all the
Right.
game and stuff.
That's
So
just
I don't
getting-
know if that
that's just
made a
getting
difference,
excited.
maybe a little bit in the game.
He's
but
just into the game, you know.
He was
it's a
about as
natural
close as a
reaction.
guy having bad breath and breathing on him. And I was kicking him out because he was too close
Well, he
to
just
me.
touched him
yeah,
in the
so I don't
back.
know. I mean,
That's bad.
it's I suppose we really. The bottom line is we
Yep.
lost to a pretty good football
We
team
did,
at home down in
and,
Kansas City.
and we lost. I mean, 27-20, but we lost by
We lost,
a bit.
and,
you know.
Oh, and speaking of the onside kick at the end of the game, then Travis Truby has enough speed. He can pick up 4 yards in a millisecond. What's he doing being offside by about 20 yards?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we would have recovered the onside kick or not, but what's he doing?
I think he was running to do the Lambeau leap or something.
I mean, come on, Travis. No.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
It can only
I'm
get
not
better,
saying that would have been
Greg.
helped the
I guess you
onside
got
kick or not.
of the things we've been talking about the last few minutes. It can only get better. These guys got a lot of stuff to look at this week.
Why does
and
it
learn.
seem that, I mean, these guys are professionals. Maybe it seems they were Packers. I don't know what it is, but do they lose worse just because they're Green Bay Packers, or that we're just great fans, or does every other team in the NFL do the same types of things that
You
the
know,
Packers do?
I watch these other games, okay? Now, I watch the Packers, I watch a little bit of this game, a little bit of that game. And I sit and watch some of these games. San Diego's got a bad running game. I mean, pretty much a bad running game. Last night, number 42, Leonard Russell. He ran like there was nobody stopping him. Now, why can't we just go ahead, bust it up the middle, and we do not ever bust a 20-yard up the gut run hard. We're never doing that stuff. We're shaking and baking, trying to get 2 or 3 yards at a time. I need somebody to bust the gut up the middle and get 20 or 30 yards. Please, somebody, come on, you running backs.
And all that's a matter of his heart. I mean, these guys got to be running hard when they come off the
gotta
ball.
run
They got to
hard.
run hard. I mean, you run up to the line and you're tilly-tallying around. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna
Head
get
down,
dropped.
Go forward.
You're gonna get dropped every time. This is the
Yeah.
pros.
I mean,
This
this
is
is
the
the
pros.
NFL, and you better be ready to play.
That's right.
Or NFL stands not for long.
Jerry Glanville says, yes, not for long.
But,
Hey, good. He got that before you did.
I know.
but anyway, so we're 8-2. We're looking pretty good. We're getting, like I talked about, the division should be ours. But Coach Holmgren comes out all season long, before the season started, home field advantage, home field advantage.
Correct.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Mike Holmgren and Fritz Shermer and Sherman Lewis and all you guys, and Tom Lovat and all these new coordinators and your coaches and stuff, you better have these guys ready to play down in Monday night down in Michelle Irving hole in the roof stadium down there Monday night down there. We're going to be coming back 8-3, and I don't want you to be 8-3. Please, I don't want you to be 8-3. Come back with a 9-2 record out of there. Just go down there and win, baby.
I'm with you, Green Ass, babe.
You know, you come back
You gotta
9-2.
be covered.
I figure Washington's going to lose a lot of games. You almost got a 2-game lead for home field because we beat all the teams that are 1 game behind us.
Right.
You win that game, you should win. You know, Denver's probably the toughest game we got left after that.
But nobody's going to beat us
Detroit.
at Lambeau Field.
No, no.
I don't know.
Should win at St. Louis. At Detroit, you know.
Yeah, the Pots will be gone by then.
Yeah. Win one for Wayne, baby. That'll be over by the time we
yo-yo effect, yo-yo jobby heads out in Washington Motor City. But
I like that.
all kidding aside, gentlemen, you know, we're 8-2. I mean, we look good when we win, but we look bad when we lose, don't we?
Bad.
Yeah, this
Really
this
bad.
like a,
Aren't we a
this is
better
like a
team?
mirror image of
Aren't
the
we a
other
better
lot.
team than what showed up last past Sunday?
Oh, sure. You got.
I think
You know,
so. I think so. The coaching is all there. I think it is. It didn't seem to show when they got down to crunch time. It
I mean,
seems like
yeah.
they start to modify and change too
The
much.
talent should even be there. We don't have a lot of injuries on defense. That should be there. That didn't show up.
That's right.
Especially Favre. He starts to force it. He tries to take things
The
on his
offense should be
shoulders,
good
and he
enough to
shouldn't.
win.
He's just let the offense happen.
It should be good enough to win. They got the talent.
That's right.
Yes, they do.
The coaches are there that they can just go piece by piece by piece and let it just happen naturally rather than forcing it along. So.
That's right. Force it. And just go out to make, you know, I don't think the Packers are too serious about this. Maybe they should be playing more for fun. As they say, you go to watch these games, they're just playing for fun. They're playing like the old backyard, let's go 2-on-2, 3-on-3 in the backyard, just go and have fun and you know, and loosen up a little bit and have fun. And maybe if you have fun and loosen up a little bit, maybe you'll do better. And it's, I don't know, being all tense.
You know, maybe you get used to the blowouts too. How many times early
Yes.
this year did we have a blowout? And
Yes.
the close games, Minnesota, Kansas City, maybe Tampa Bay where they won by 6. Those are the ones, they're not used to having to catch up so much. And
Yep.
it was nice to see them score a couple touchdowns late on Sunday, but
What is it, the last 2
Wasn't
games, too,
enough.
they didn't score first? The last 2 games in
Yes.
a row, they haven't scored first now, which before they were scoring first. And
maybe
I
we're
think
just
that's the
accustomed
key.
as fans to seeing that too, and once it gets harder, we're not used to seeing that. But hey, NFL, anybody can beat anybody any given
Yeah,
week, and
but
we got to
there's,
be ready
but there's
this
the
week.
heart again. There's the thing that comes from behind. When you're behind, you find a way to win, and you
That's
find
right.
a way to get things done. They
We
did it
found-
against San Francisco.
And we found a way to make tons of mistakes when we were behind, and you just can't do that.
Right.
Mistakes do hurt us.
Wow.
But look at the
Overcome.
positive side. 8-2, best record in the NFC.
Yes.
Got
With 9-2
home field
Sunday.
advantage by a couple games.
Yep.
So
I just
that's a
want
good
to.
thing.
I just want to bring up a point. You guys probably see it in front of my bench here about fan support for the Green Man. Come on, you guys, give them a call up there and speak your mind on my behalf. This is a never-ending thing. Everybody in Oshkosh, there's 50-some thousand people. If you all listen to the Green Man and like the Green Man, just call them up there. If enough of you call and call and call, maybe they'll change their mind and let the Green Man alone. I think I do a valuable service for the team and the fans and the players and all, and I don't want to get into that too much, but you guys and ladies out there and you kids out there, just have your folks call or you call yourself. The number's in front. Just give them a call sometime, sometime during the day. But anyway, that's enough of that. We'll get into that later. Every week I'm going to probably be doing this the rest of my life. I hassle with the Packer office and organization, but we have a big game down in Irving, Texas. Emmitt Smith he runs tough when he's hurt. Michelle Irvin, the game, what do you call him? The playmaker's back. Jenny Jones is pacing the sidelines. Barry Slick is the coach. And they have Charles Haley and Leon Lett and big guys in offensive line, Nate Newton and Allen and these guys. And
All these guys
they are
have been through it
defending Super
before.
Bowl champions, and we've been down there a whole slew of times. Like we're 0-6 and stuff like this. And I think it's about time that the Packers go down there with a mentally sound, physically sound performance down in Irving, Texas. The only stadium in the NFL is named after a player, and come back with a 9-2 record, gentlemen.
There you go. Would really look impressive. Dallas is now at full strength. I don't
Yes.
think they have any major injuries. We could come there with 3 receivers hurt on offense and pull a victory out of there. Imagine playoff time, we should have 2 of those guys back and we meet Dallas again, especially up in Lambeau Field where nobody's going to beat us.
Do you
We'll be
remember
looking at a
about
Super Bowl.
15 years ago when Bart Starr went down there when they still had a 14-game schedule, and they went down to Dallas and they were 2-11 and they beat Dallas, and that's when they had Danny White and they had Randy White and the whole 9 yards. They went out and beat them, and I think you touched on it earlier. Maybe if they play with a little bit, just free and easy, kind of loose atmosphere, maybe they'll just play naturally and let it all happen.
Right.
Packers need to do that this weekend, this
No,
Monday.
you stepped on it before, Doug, about our defense is healthy. I expect Reggie White, Santana Dotson, Big Gilbert Brown, and Sean Jones to come out Sunday. Them 4 guys and the 3 linebackers, Williams and Kuntz and
Brian Williams.
Brian Williams,
Right.
to come out and put pressure on Troy Boy Aikman.
Yeah.
And be physical with the Cow Pies. Go out there and be physical with these guys.
Right.
Don't be shoulder tackling. Don't be
don't
playing flag
I'll give you
football
a
with these
shoulder
guys.
tackle, you
Go down there and be physical
Give you a head tackle.
with these people down in Palace
Right.
and come out with a physical win. Hurt some of these people down there and come out with a physical win and tell them people down there we are for real and go down there and win this ball game on Monday night. It's on
That's
Monday night. ABC, our 3rd and final game on Monday night this year, and we're 2-0, and I'm going to be 3-0 with Dan Dierdorfer and company.
What do you think of that guy? You like Dan Dierdorfer?
No,
Good.
I don't know.
Anyway, but you're but you're right. They really gotta you gotta take it to them. San Francisco last year in the divisional game, they were knocking receivers as they were coming across the middle in the field. They got to do the same thing in Dallas. I mean, take Troy Boy out of his game, make him throw those interceptions on the 5-yard line.
Like he's been doing. We
Like
got to
he's
get
been
some of
doing.
those. We got to
He can
catch
be
those,
rattled.
you know.
Yeah, he can be rattled, so it
You
can be
bet.
done. Got it.
Well, Brett Favre can be rattled too, but our offensive line is not going to let it happen this week. So we're going to step up this week in
bet.
the front 5 and everybody, the running backs and the tight ends that are going to be used in the ball game. We're going to protect Brett Favre, and he's going to find an open guy and going to score some touchdowns. And we're going to come with a win. We'll be 9-2.
So is John Michaels?
I'm not really all
John Michaels
excited
gonna
tense
start?
right now, but I'll tell you, as the week goes on towards Monday night, I'm getting tense. My intensity is going to be going up and up the ladder as we get towards Monday afternoon and Monday night.
It's going to be Rutgers or Michaels on the backside of Favre this week.
I don't know. It'll be whoever, one of them 2 guys and somebody else.
Okay, tight end maybe.
One of them
Thomas
2 guys
Edison.
and somebody else, a
Okay.
back or a tight end, and that's all the time. I'm sorry, Coach. You're going to have to do that, Coach Mike. You're going to have to protect Brett Favre's backside, period.
They should have a 2-headed tackle or something over there. Just
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to predict the score here, guys, and what do you think? I just want a 1-point win, but I got to score, though.
Yeah.
I would say it's going to be a low-scoring game. I want the defense to come through. It'd be nice to see some running touchdowns for once. Maybe get Bennett involved. Have Henderson there on the line to block. Maybe 14-13.
Wow.
Maybe Chris Billoni will miss an extra point, something like that.
That could happen. I think it's
But
going to be.
low scoring, definitely.
I think it's going to be a little bit higher than that. I think it's going to be just like the.
I think you're wrong.
the championship game last year. I mean, it was 31-28 or 28-24 after the 3rd quarter. I think it's going to end up like 35-31.
I got to tell you, the Packers are going to win 14-13. I didn't specify that.
Well, you
Well,
don't
I'm
need
thinking
to.
that, but
Not on
my
this
prediction
show.
is going to be an 8-point win, 21-13. They're going to get a couple of field goals and a touchdown, and we're going to score 3 touchdowns, maybe
Yeah.
more. And they come out with a 9-2 record. Will be 9-2 and coming out with a win Monday night. I keep on forgetting it's Monday night football game this weekend.
I think people are going to be pumped. I think everybody's going to be really wired for the game.
Well, I know,
I think they're going to let it
for
happen.
University.
I think that'll work.
You bet. Everybody gets pumped for Monday night. I don't know how you can work Monday, but I'll be there for Monday
Somehow
night.
us-
It'd be nice to go to the
working
game. But
folk.
you going to go to the game, Green?
No. I don't know if they'd get along with me very well down there.
Well, they'd have to.
Yeah. But
Just don't drink that champagne they do down in
No.
the stands and everything.
no, you've been going to Lambeau Field games, right?
Yeah, I've been to 1 or 2 this year.
No, of course, they're undefeated at Lambeau, so
Yes.
you're undefeated. How about you?
I haven't been to one this year, but
Plan on going to a game?
oh, I'd love to, but just
We'll
can't
get you a
find
ticket.
Dad, I really would like a ticket.
Dad,
He went
give him
for
a
one.
ticket.
Come on, I want a ticket. But he doesn't have season tickets either.
No, me
It's hard to
neither.
get a ticket for less than 150 if you don't know
Yeah.
somebody, but
We're gonna go to the
$1.50?
stadium view.
yeah,
box.
$1.50.
A buck
Stadium
three,
view, yeah.
a buck 380. We're gonna go to the stadium view and try and
Oh, you can
Are
get
you
some
going up
tickets.
there?
watch them there. We're gonna go up
Monday
there
The 50-yard lines across the street.
Yeah.
I mean, across the other
for
side
the
of
Denver
road.
game. Let's do that.
Denver game, yeah. Speaking of Denver, they have the best record in NFL, 9-1.
They
and
should have lost this
The
week.
Bears
Yeah.
maybe should have won that
The
game.
Bears
Oh,
still
I have to.
suck.
Was it first and goal on a 5 or
If
something?
that doesn't bring true about the Bears
Was that
still
what it was?
suck.
Is that what it was? What was
4
it?
plays on the 1 yard
You gotta
line.
you gotta like Flanagan. I can catch it.
Mother, what do you call him? Mother Flanagan again?
But I mean, really, is
that
that
ball.
what it was? I didn't see it.
Yeah, first and goal from the 1.
They didn't score a
Flanagan-
touchdown.
Yeah, they couldn't run
You know
it
one
in. They
thing,
couldn't
my
pass
Down
it.
by 5.
My philosophy about when you're down there in the 1 yard line, forward, straight forward, north and south, none of this fancy, no outside stuff, none of this. If you can't,
Inside the tackle.
inside the tackle straight, and there's goal.
Right.
Right.
Tell you something about the division. You look at Detroit, Minnesota, Chicago. It seems like they're all just done a great big landslide south. you know, I don't know if that's good or bad for the Packers to face that kind of competition going in the
We
playoffs.
can't worry about that. What we got to do is
That's right.
worry about who we play this week, and we're all along that we have to worry about ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
If we worry about ourselves
understand.
and concern
Understand.
ourselves about our team on that field that day, all we have to do is be. I think here's another quote from Lou Holtz.
Notre
All we
Dame
have to
fan.
do is be the best team on the field that day.
That's right.
For Newt Rockne. Well, anyway, one of them two guys from Notre Dame. But
I'll do the
just
same thing.
be the best team on the field that day and come out with the win. What do you think?
Yeah, they sure do. All the quotes and everything, they got to put them up on the locker room in the morning and read them every day in practice and before the game.
They gotta
Don't be
know
going out for
their-
that champagne
They
before.
got to know their assignments. They got to go
relax.
focus. Maybe it's nice it's an away game. Sometimes you're more focused away. They
Well, I
say
think they'll
that,
be
but-
focused for these Cowboys this week.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how they travel down there? Do they travel down there the day before,
They
the
take a
night
Madden
before?
Well, they'll probably leave Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
Get down there Saturday night, get a motel, sleep and practice a little bit. Or maybe they'll go down there Sunday morning. Maybe
You'd think,
practice a
yeah,
little
you'd think Mike would shake things up a little bit and say, hey, we're going to do things a little
bit. Well,
differently
he did
this
that
year.
in Minnesota.
He did?
He shook things up and stuff.
Didn't work.
Didn't work, no. I think he had a motel room in South Dakota somewhere. And bust all the way back, whatever it was, but no, it didn't work out too good. So
Lots of heads on the beer out there, yeah.
Say hi to some of your friends in your.
Yeah. Say hi to my wife, Kathy, the dart ball team, Mark Potter, who is too chicken to come on.
Yeah,
Mark.
Mark.
Get on his show,
Where
Mark.
are you,
Don't be such a-
Mark?
Anyway,
We're going to be watching with you on Friday night, Mark.
so what do you want?
I want to say hi to my wife, Pam. I want to say hi to the guys at work. Rob and Scott, you're a bunch of weenies. Who
Say
else
hi
did
to
I
my
think
buddies
of?
at work. I play sheephead with us. Say hi to my mom
I
and
hope
dad.
they're going to listen to this.
Sheephead, are you
family.
pretty good at that
Hey, let's
sheephead?
Yeah,
watch
we
the
play it
sheephead.
I only play sheephead if I get all four queens.
Yeah.
That's the only way I play it.
That's good.
But
right?
anyway,
There you go.
I just want to say hi to the dart ball crew. I don't play
right,
dart ball
dart
with them anymore. They kicked me off the team because they only bet at 500. I'm no good for them guys.
You mean
but
100, right? No.
That's
500
unfair.
below. But say hi to you guys, Puts and family, and say hi to Noise Tipton family, Ron and Sue. They're probably coming over to the house tonight for a while. Probably celebrate my birthday.
Happy
See you, Chris.
birthday,
Too bad you
Greg.
couldn't
Happy
come on.
birthday.
Say hi to
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Great.
Kathy.
Happy birthday
great.
to HB and
Let's say hi to Vaughn
Will
Aubrey.
Schmidt
Oh,
and
he's right
Bounce
here.
and
Hi, Doug.
Royal and all you guys that hang out.
What about Kevin and Lynn? Kevin and Lynn are expecting a baby. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Lynn.
Well, congratulations,
Good luck,
Kevin and Lynn. So,
Jim.
and say
He's
hi to
not
my
down here.
the number 2 sign that Chris is holding out there. Put a number 4 out for Brett Favre. But
What, 84?
all this kidding around, guys. It's nice to kid around a little bit, but
They got to take care of business.
The key is,
maybe you know, I always when the show started this year, I said I didn't want to come on the show with too many frowns on my face, and I came with the Minnesota game after the Minnesota had a frown on my face. Maybe I'm being kind of loosey goosey, so to speak, tonight, and maybe my mental telepathy will go north of Green Bay, and the players and the coach
There
will be
you go.
loosey goosey
There
a
you
little
go.
bit, go down to Irving, Texas, and come out with a very impressive win, physical,
you really
hard
need to play some
win.
physical smash mouth football. I
Yes.
know I say that all the time, but
Yeah,
that is
they
the
gotta
truth.
go and play some physical.
Put some
smash
helmet to
mouth
helmet,
football.
baby.
Give you smash mouth
Yeah,
football
I
right
want
in
them
the face,
stars
man.
turned upside down.
That's right.
If they take care of it early, get the
They
early
want the points
scores.
off that star, make it a
There you go.
4-pointer. The 30-pointer, you have a 4-pointer.
Did you see
You're
the
hunting a little
4-pointer?
early
Did
there,
you get the
but, hey.
40-pointer?
So we got a minute left, and I just would like to thank my sponsors, Ratchet and Deb's Pizza, corner of Merritt and Bowen. Go down to Ratchet, say hi to everybody down there, and they'll give you a nice cold beer. And they got some good food down there, burgers and fries and such, and pizza, of course, the best pizza in town. Audio Plus over there on East Front Road, and thank you guys, and also Coca-Cola Distributing for sponsoring the show and having sodas for these kids out there to eat and food and
And
stuff
thank
to
you,
drink and
Doug,
stuff.
for being here.
That's
God,
very
you're
nice.
a hell of a guy.
Thanks a lot.
You're all right.
Appreciate it.
Doug and
Appreciate it,
Vaughn,
Green.
and,
Appreciate it,
so I guess we got to get going. We got a little bit of time left, but other than that, happy birthday to myself.
Happy
We got a
birthday
rap,
to
P-A-C-K-E-R-S.
Happy birthday to me.
9 and 2 Sunday, 21-13 win over the Cowboys. I mean Monday. I keep on thinking it's Sunday. It's Monday night. Come back here next week Tuesday, and we're gonna have a win. So we got a wrap. So bye everybody. Thank you very much,
Bye.
and Powers and
See you
everybody.
later, Kathy.
See you, Mom.
Bye.
Bye.
Crazy show, I know.
Weird one.
Went fast.
That one.